Hello, good day viewer. My name is Fortune and this is a HTML CSS video tutorial for the young tech minds. So if you know you are young into technology, into building stuff such as websites, and you don't really know how to start, I guess this can be a way to start off. HTML and CSS is a way that we can build websites. You're probably wondering how you can build a website and get a standard website without using any website development software such as Dreamweaver or Artiza or any of those. You have to understand the core languages from the scratch, the language that your browser understands, and this language is just simply HTML and CSS. HTML simply stands Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. This is what allows us to build pages that run on the web. HTML and CSS allows us to build web pages that run on the web. Now, before I continue, I already wrote a little description about HTML and CSS on my blog, which I'm going to be leaving on the comment section of this video tutorial. Now, before I continue with the practicals, I want to believe that you have the requirements. The first thing you need, you need the Sublime Text. Yes, you need the Sublime Text or any text editor such as Notepadd++, Atom, Brackets, any of those things. And the next thing you need is your browser. I prefer Google Chrome. Google Chrome is okay. Google Chrome is okay. So now, before we continue, I would like you to create a folder just like I have done here. I created a folder called HTML and CSS tutorial. Once you have done that, you open up the folder on your Sublime or any of your text editor. You open it up. Now, when you have done that, the first thing I want you to understand is that HTML is simply a markup language that allows you is a markup language that allows you to describe web documents. Why CSS is what allows you to show how these documents can be rendered on the web page. It's the styling, pretty much the styling. So when you have opened I want you to type what I've typed. You type HTML. Now, I want you to know that HTML has what we call tags, and tags are simply greater than and less than sign, and the element is the name of the HTML element that goes between the tags. So the first thing you do, you open the HTML element tag, and then we also have an opening tag and a closing tag. So this is the closing tag of this HTML. Notice it has a forward slash between it. Now the HTML opening tag and the HTML closing tag. Now every other HTML code we are going to be writing is going to be enclosed within this HTML opening and closing tag. Tags. So now, inside the HTML, I want you to see the HTML just like a human body. Now, the HTML has what we call the head. And inside that head, we have some other things. Just like you as a human being, you have the head. And inside your head is your brain. You have your eyes that you can see. You have everything about you. So now, let's go ahead and refer to this HTML as a human body right now. Inside the head, we have actually, before we continue this, we have to save this file as a HTML file. We have to tell the computer that we're making a HTML file. So now we do save as. You can go ahead and save. And I would like you to save it as index.html. It's always good to save your files as .html so the browser knows that the file it is about to read is a HTML file. So you go ahead and save that. And you see the syntax, the colors have just changed. You see? So now I want to make the head tag See, this is the opening and closing head tag. And so everything in between the head, just like in the human head, you have the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. It goes in between the head. Now, in between the head, now this is a website we're making. A website requires a title. So we are going to give this title, and let's say welcome to my website. So this is pretty much the title of our website. So there are some other things that go between the head, but for now, to keep things simple, we are going to leave only the title. Now let's continue to the body. Remember, from your neck downwards is the rest of your body. In your body, you have your hand, you have your leg, you have other things that are required that make up the human body. So now we have the body tag. It's going to go outside the head now. Watch, see where the head started, see where it ended. It started here and it ended here. Opening head tag, closing head tag. Opening title tag, closing title tag. And in between the title tag, you have the title of the website. And then outside the head now, we are going to have the body tag. The body opening and closing tag. So now inside the body, we are going to have maybe like a header. This header has to go inside H1 tag. Now we have what we call the header level tags. We have the H1, H2, H3, H4, up to H6. These are different heading styles, different heading sizes. Where H1 is the highest. H1 is the highest. So now, this is the heading of our website. Welcome to my first website. And this is pretty much what is going to display on when our browser runs. So now, first of all, let's save this and test our code on the web browser. So let me go ahead and open it up, open up the folder. When I open up the folder, let's open it, Google Chrome. So this is it. Now, this title right here, this one displaying right here is the title. That is this title we use right here. This title, if you watch, if I manipulate it a little bit, like let's just leave it at welcome and save that, we are going to be left, when I refresh the page, we are left with welcome alone. Now this is the one on H1. Don't actually need that backslash. When I save this, I get this. So this is the H1. What if I wanted other things in the body, like let's say I wanted to add a paragraph or some lorem ipsum. That's what we call lorem ipsum. Some dumb text we use to make up when we don't have much to write. We use it. So I'm going to use that to make up some rubbish text. This is just some dummy text. That's what we call it, lorem ipsum. So now when I refresh the page, look at what we have here. You see how everything, welcome to my first website. Welcome to my website, sorry. And this is just another body. So here inside this body, you can start having, if you watch, let me do a little recap. If you watch, we have the opening HTML tag, which closes here. And we have the opening head tag, which closes here as well. And inside the head tags, for now, I said we only have the title. Sorry about that. We only have the title tags. The title tags is inside the title tags. We have the title of the website, which is just welcome. And then outside the head tag now, remember your head is not inside your body; it's just on top of your body. Yes. So now outside the head, we now have the body tag, and the body tag has a title, which is enclosed within a H1 element. If I should change this to, let's say, if I should change this to H4, you see that the size of the heading will reduce. Now let's refresh that on our page. You see the size just reduced because of the size of the heading. H1 is the biggest size. If I did H6, H6 is the smallest. H6 is the smallest. See, it's smaller. It's very smaller. So now we can actually decide to reduce them to any heading size we want. So now outside the header, we now have a paragraph of some DOM text. Remember, inside the paragraph you have the DOM text. And then one thing I always want you to take note of is anything you need to be in an element has to be enclosed within that element. So this is just a little introduction to HTML and CSS tutorial series. Please, if you have any question, leave a comment for me in the comment section below. Thank you very much.